Eurobox presents Kelsey in Ezleer, written by Mahassen Hommayda. Kelsey in Ezleer by Mahassen Hommayda is a breathtaking plunge into a richly imagined fantasy realm where nothing is as it seems, and survival is as much a matter of wit as of will. This novel is a dazzling fusion of contemporary voice and classic fantasy adventure, charting the journey of a young woman who is as sharp-tongued as she is unprepared for the destiny awaiting her. Today, we are honored to welcome the author of the book, who will present her new literary work. Hi, Kelsey, can you hear me?
Hello.
Welcome to Conoscere TV, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
So, Kelsey in Ezleer builds a complex and fascinating world filled with creatures, rules, mythology. What inspired the creation of Ezleer and its many layered societies?
Okay, so my book, I started writing the novel at the age of 13, which was when my imagination was the most wild and the biggest, most creative. So I was constantly daydreaming, imagining different creatures, different worlds, different rules, settings, and so on. And as I was writing the book, I wanted something we didn't know of. I wanted something we didn't see before. And I wanted my own comfort place, somewhere I can imagine and be happy to see. And so I started writing the setting, writing Ezleer and Agalstia and some other kingdoms in the book. And slowly it became something. It became a place in the book.
All right. So Kelsey is such a sharp, relatable, and emotionally rich character. How much of her voice or experiences are drawn from your own life?
Oh, that's a nice question. I'd like to say almost all of the characters are inspired by my personality and my own experiences, including Kelsey. Even without intentionally doing it, I was planting some of my own personality and my own thoughts and experiences through Kelsey and her actions, her words. Sometimes I would write things I'd like to say, but didn't have the courage to say. I'd let Kelsey say it in the book. I'd let Kelsey do it in the book. So I'd say a lot of Kelsey's personality is coming from me. It's inspired by me.
So, midway through the novel, the scene where Kelsey is tied to the pole and confronted with her captor is incredibly intense. What was your process in crafting that scene, and what did it represent for you as the writer, as the author?
As I was writing that scene, I kept on rethinking every single word I was writing because, as you said, it was an intense scene and I wanted it to be real, but also fit into the fantasy genre because Kelsey is a human and her captor isn't. Her captor is a fairy. So I wanted her actions to be real, and I didn't want her to be strong and fearless and would say things, and I wanted her to be real, which is why most of Kelsey's actions are sometimes confusing. Kelsey as a character is sometimes confusing. So as I was writing the scene, I wanted her to experience it as a human. So I kept on imagining myself if I was in that scene, if I was in that place and I was sitting before my captor, I was like tied to a pole, what would I do?
Sure.
And I kept on changing my thoughts, kept on thinking, no, I'd be scared, no, I'd be confused, I tried to be fearless. And so that scene, I'd say, is, as you said, one of the most intense scenes in the book. And I tried to make it feel the realest, coming from a human's perspective.
Well, so maybe in that circumstance, she's just human, so also vulnerable, as we all are.
Right.
Themes of identity, inheritance, and generational trauma are deeply embedded in the story. What do you hope readers, especially young adults, take away from Kelsey's journey?
I'd like for the readers to think of it, to apply it to our world. Kelsey is in a fantasy world with a generational curse, but it could be all taken into our world and shifted. So a generational curse is most likely generational trauma. Kelsey's voice, her unheard voice, and her naive personality, it could be applied onto us. Sometimes we're too scared because of generational trauma and generational issues that tie us down and silence us. So I'd like them to enjoy the story, but take a bit of it as a lesson, if I can say that. I'd like them to understand that it is real and this could happen in real life with when we're faced with a problem that's been passed down through generations, behaviors, words, phrases, ideas, whatever, it's been passed down through generations. And if it bothers us, we shouldn't be silent. If it bothers us, we should stand up and face it. So Kelsey's silence and Kelsey's hard, the issues that she was facing, it happens in real life. And I made Kelsey a human in the book because I wanted people to see that this is how we act. This isn't just a fairy acting. This is a human in the book, and this is how we act in real life as well.
Mahassen, thank you. Thank you very much for giving us an insight on the book, where we'll leave it to the readers to appreciate. In the meantime, best luck with it.
Thank you so much. It was nice meeting with you.
This debut is a triumph of imagination, heart, and voice, and the beginning of a saga readers won't want to miss. Kelsey in Ezleer, written by Mahassen Hommayda, is now available in bookstores and digital platforms. It's a publication by Eurobox.